Good evening, and welcome to the Carterville Chamber of Commerce Virtual Annual Awards Ceremony. This presentation is made possible by Pot of Gold sponsors, Banterra Bank, First Southern Bank, SIH Work Care, and Campanella Law Firm. Additional assistance provided by Four Leaf Clover sponsors, Century 21 House of Realty, Swinford Publications, Infinity Realty, and Legence Bank. Further support given by Horseshoe sponsors Mindy's Miles Travel Agency, Jake Rindelman, Veterans Airport of Southern Illinois, First Mid Bank and Trust, Brigham Palash Burke Funeral Home, Farmers State Bank, and Cape Air.
Good evening and welcome to the Carterville Chamber of Commerce 37th Annual Awards Ceremony, the first ever virtual award ceremony. I am Harriet Mize, the Chamber Executive Director, and I thank you for joining us as we recognize deserving individuals and businesses as award recipients. This past 12 months has been very difficult for many of us, and especially for our small businesses. So we want to also recognize and thank all of our local businesses for enduring and sustaining this most challenging time. We also want to thank the new businesses which trusted our community as their chosen location during this uncertain time. We will encourage everyone to shop local, and we will support you with all of our chamber efforts. Finally, we recognize and thank those businesses forced to close or forced to change direction by COVID-19. We know it was a very difficult and challenging time for you, and we recognize that it was a very difficult decision to make. But you have created an example, and you have set a foundation of good things to come for the community of Carterville and Craneville and Cambria. We wish you and all of our businesses all good things, especially good health and prosperity in the years to come. And now I'm honored to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies, Jennifer Fuller, WSIU Associate Director of News and Public Affairs. Thank you.
Thanks, Harriet, and welcome to the 2021 Carterville Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards Dinner. As Harriet said, I'm Jennifer Fuller, the Associate Director for News and Public Affairs at WSIU Public Broadcasting. Though we're not able to meet in person this year, we are glad to be able to celebrate in a virtual way the individuals and businesses that make Carterville so great. The Chamber is here to work on behalf of its business members, and those recognized tonight represent some of the best in Carterville. We'd like to extend a special thank you this evening to the following Chamber members for contributing to this year's ceremony. Bill Swinford of Swinford Publications for this video production. The Brown family of Crab Orchard Golf Club for hosting the annual awards. And award sponsors, Banterra Bank, Campanella Law Firm, First Southern Bank, and SIH Work Care. This year, the awards ceremony committee decided to hold an online auction to continue our auction tradition at our regular in-person celebrations. The online auction is now live, and it runs through Sunday, March 21st at 8 p.m. Registered bidders will be updated on auction item bids as there are changes, and winning bids will be notified via email at the end of the auction. A link to the auction can be found on your screen throughout this presentation, as well as at the Chamber's Facebook page. And so, without further ado, I invite you to join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. I hope you'll also join me in thanking our servicemen and women and our veterans for their service to our country. Next, we welcome Chamber Member Brian Flott, who will lead us in tonight's invocation.
Dear Heavenly Father, 2020 was a challenging year like no other. What started with such promise for our businesses forever changed by a pandemic that affected everyone in some way. Through it all, our business community battled through, offering their services to customers as best they could, and in the end, customers responded in kind with such generosity. As we gather here now, with so much of 2021 still ahead of us, continue to guide and protect us as only you can. Keep your hand over our business community as they may continue to be strong and viable for years to come. Thank you for bringing us together to celebrate all our accomplishments of this past year. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thanks, Brian. When Ben Kraft became president of the Carterville Chamber in 2020, there's no doubt he had the same anticipation that many of us feel when we take over a leadership position. There's also no doubt that he didn't expect anything like a pandemic that would affect his presidency. It's my pleasure now to introduce Ben Kraft, the 2020 Carterville Chamber president.
Thank you, Jennifer. 2020 was a year like no other. When preparing remarks for last year's annual dinner, I reflected on the comments from Olympian and SIU alum Deanna Price from what turned out to be our only in-person luncheon of the year. Her positivity at that luncheon was infectious, and pun very much intended. So I called upon everyone to think positively and have a positive attitude as we sprang forth into 2020. Little did I know just how important and challenging that would be. Soon after, the world changed with the events of the COVID-19 pandemic, and our lives were turned upside down. Schools closed, businesses closed, home life changed, precautions were taken, and we were all left wondering what to do next. I looked for the chapter on the pandemic procedures in my chamber binder but couldn't find one. People were scared and unsure how to proceed. But we witnessed an unprecedented example of how to adapt and move forward on the fly. School administrators, business leaders, community leaders came together to figure out how to best move forward, and in spite of the circumstances, we persevered. The chamber did not have its normal schedule, but we still made things happen and did our best to support our members. We spread the word about grants and other financial aid opportunities. We spread the word about businesses that were still open for takeout and delivery and online sales. We came up with a gift card raffle program to support our members and engage the community. There was a virtual 5K, a costume contest, Christmas decorating contest, and aside from that, there were countless examples of chamber members checking in to see how we could help and collaborate with our members. Virtual luncheons were held, and we had the opportunity to invite speakers and attendees to come together via Zoom who otherwise might not have been able to attend. When I look back on 2020, I will think of a lot of things. But one phrase that I kept hearing throughout the year was show grace. So I will ask you all to continue thinking positively and to show grace no matter the circumstances. This year taught me that we can persevere through anything. We all look forward to when we can meet again in person at luncheons, golf scrambles, 5Ks, committee meetings, and other events. But until that time comes, let's remember to show each other grace. So as we turn the page to 2021, I'd like to introduce the incoming Chamber Board President. She is experienced, hardworking, and someone I consider a friend. The Chamber is in good hands, and I can't wait to see what 2021 has in store under her leadership. So the 2021 Carterville Chamber Board President is Mindy Combs.
Good evening. My name is Mindy Combs, and I'm the incoming 2021 President of the Carterville Chamber of Commerce. I want to thank Ben Kraft for his service in 2020. When Ben first took the presidency, I'm sure he did not anticipate the COVID-19 pandemic, but he took it in, and he did a great job, and he led us all. And even though we had to have many, many Zoom meetings, virtual training, virtual luncheons, he still kept us in front of things, kept our community informed, and continued to help all of our businesses. So it is my honor and pleasure, on behalf of the Carterville Chamber of Commerce, I present to Ben Kraft the 2020 President's Award.
Thank you, Mindy. And now I'd like to present the 2020 Chamber Heritage Award. The Heritage Award is to recognize significant contributions and service to the Carterville community. It is a privilege to recognize the Phil Heckel family, owners of Crab Orchard Golf Club for 48 years, as recipients of the 2020 Heritage Award. Crab Orchard Golf Club was opened in 1959, and Phil Heckel was involved from the very beginning. In 1972, Phil purchased the course and was actively involved and could be seen at the course most any day. His son Steve was integral in running the course and providing golf lessons, and Steve's daughter Laura also worked at the course. Their ownership continued until they found suitable new owners in 2020. Phil was the perfect example of community service. He served on many boards, and he wanted the community to have opportunities. The golf club provided those opportunities as a place not just to play golf, but for older generations to stay in touch, a place for all to eat and drink at, a place to walk the paths for free, a place to exercise and meet and do many things. The golf club offered their dining area as the official meeting room for organizations such as Rotary and the Chamber. The club's green space provided bird boxes and habitat for deer, squirrel, and rabbits, which were often observed. In addition to local golfers playing daily, the golf course was a location to many charity golf scrambles, including those for organizations such as Rotary, Chamber, Lions Club, State's Attorney Scrambles benefiting children, SIH Slice of Life, Logan Foundation, Carterville Fire and Police Department benefits, and school fundraisers, among others. As much as $220,000 was brought in for Folds of Honor with just 7 special events. Crab Orchard hosted 15 to 20 special events each year over a 50-year period, and that adds up to a lot of funding being raised for wonderful causes. People would be surprised to know how many visitors were brought into the community over the years from special events at the golf course. A study after the May 8th storm in 2009 estimated that the course brought in almost 10,000 extra visitors from outside the golf course 15-mile radius for special events, over and above those using the course as regular players multiple times each month. The Crab Orchard Golf Club Junior Golf program made a difference in many kids' lives. As many as 120 kids participated in the summer program. Many adults have returned to say how much the program has helped them in their adult career. The course has also been used by high schools and university students. As Phil aged, he used a golf cart to ride to high school games as a safe way to get around. Understanding how the carts helped older people safely attend events, the club loaned golf carts for events to shuttle elderly attendees. When Phil passed, the club purchased 2 carts for the high school as a memorial to Phil. The Phil Heckel Memorial Shuttles, named Missy and Sassy after his dogs, now take people right up to the door of the facility. The Crab Orchard Golf Club invested greatly in the Carterville community, and their commitment to the community makes them more than worthy of the 2020 Carterville Chamber Heritage Award. There's no one here from the Heckel family to accept the award this evening, but I'd like to present them with the award tonight as a worthy recipient. So thank you.
Thanks, Ben. We'll move on to the next award now, and that is the 2020 Frank R. Samuel Jr. Community Service Award. And to present that is David Talco with SIH Work Care.
This year's Frank R. Samuel Jr. Community Service Award winner, Jim Kuntz, is no stranger to hard work, a trait that he learned at a young age in his hometown of Vandalia, Illinois. Jim played many sports as a young kid. Jim earned his associate's degree at Lakeland College and met his wife Jackie along the way. After a brief stay in Indiana, he moved back to Central Illinois and took over a retail business in Vandalia. He became involved in the JCs and other community projects, eventually becoming a member of the city council. In 1989, he moved to Carterville with his wife and young daughter to work for Country Companies Insurance. After a few years, he opened his own independent insurance office in Marion. He continued to be active in his daughter's activities, helping during swim meets and track events like the shot put and discus. The family joined the First United Methodist Church in Carterville and were youth group leaders for many years. He has served on the church's finance committee and is currently the trustee chairman. Jim is proud to serve on the Ann West Lindsay Library Board. There is much excitement around the library currently due to the expansion, and Jim is happy to be part of the team. Jim was one of the founding members of the Carterville Area Rotary Club in 1997. He's a Paul Harris Fellow and was Rotarian of the Year in 1998. But one of his recent accomplishments began to take shape in 2016, when he heard about an effort to add wreaths to veterans' graves at Mounds National Cemetery. The national program, Wreaths Across America, had little interest in Southern Illinois, so Jim took the idea to his fellow Rotarians. In 2016, roughly 500 of the 9,000 plus graves at Mounds were covered. Jim decided Southern Illinois could do better, so he formed Honor Wreaths for Veterans, with the dream of one day covering all graves at Mounds, as well as many other cemeteries in the area. In 2020, over 6,000 graves at Mounds were covered, and for the past 3 years, all 900 plus graves at the Carterville City Cemetery have been covered. This achievement has been the effort of many, but without the vision and leadership of Jim, these accomplishments would not have happened. Jim and Jackie keep very busy, volunteering for Meals on Wheels with Rotary and with Honor Wreaths, which has become a year-round fundraising organization. While Jim is retired from actively selling insurance, he and an associate have an education program for agents to further their career and keep current on training. Jim and Jackie enjoy visiting their grandsons, watching them play sports, and spending quality family time. It is Jim's biggest desire that we can all get back to the social and community activities that Carterville is so known for in 2021. Help me in congratulating this year's Frank R. Samuel Jr. Community Service Award winner, Jim Kuntz.
I'm very surprised about this. My wife said that we were supposed to come out here and take pictures and everything. And when you've been married for 49 years like I have, you just do what your wife says. So, but I want to thank the chamber, the Carterville Chamber, for this honor. I've seen the list of people that have received this award before, and I'm honored to be in that group and everything. One of my old buddies, Butch Wagner, was one of the recipients, and I can't be the type of guy he is. I mean, he was, but I try to do as much as we can. Honor Wreaths for Veterans has been a passion and everything. We've gone from, like, we actually went from 250 wreaths to this last year, over 7,000 wreaths. We sponsor over 14 national and city cemeteries, but our wreaths go over 25 different cemeteries, from national cemeteries like Arlington, clear to little country cemeteries like in Fayette County where my father is buried. And we want to continue. I would like to have more of the community veterans receive a wreath every year, and we'll keep working on it. This last year was very challenging because of no fundraising, but we did increase our numbers by over 1,000 this year with community backing and everything we've had. So thank you very much for this honor. I appreciate it, and go Honor Wreaths.
Congratulations, Jim, and congratulations to Jackie for pulling off that surprise, too. That's always fun. You can also get more information on Honor Wreaths for Veterans. They have a Facebook page. You can find it there. It's my privilege to introduce the next presenter for our awards tonight. That would be the 2020 Chamber Member of the Year, presented by last year's award winner, Winter Campanella. Winter?
The Chamber Member of the Year award is given to a person or persons who have assisted in the advancement of the Chamber in the areas of economic development, publicity, public relations, and or ways and means. To say 2020 was a difficult year is probably the biggest understatement I can make. Clearly, 2020 was a very difficult year. But even in the face of the adversity that was 2020, this year's recipient took a lemon of a year and did their best to try and make it into lemonade for all of us. This year's recipient is a native of Carterville who graduated from Carterville High School in 2005. Our recipient is involved in our community as a member of Rotary, a member of the Friends of the Library, and an active member of his church. He's worked 7 years in the baking industry for Banterra Bank and has a wife named Sarah and 2 beautiful little girls. In case you haven't guessed it, this year's recipient of the 2020 Chamber Member of the Year is Ben Kraft. Ben joined the chamber, he joined the board of directors in 2016 and volunteered to be our second vice president in 2018 and served as our president during what is probably one of the most difficult years in modern history. But yet he did it with such calm and peace that you wouldn't even know we were in the middle of a pandemic. Ben serves on several committees, including finance, nominations, social media, and the ambassador committee. And he is the current chair of the ambassador committee. Ben has been instrumental in coordinating several projects. Ben is highly active in our normal year events and even in our events that occurred in our not so normal year. Going above and beyond in a difficult year has made Ben worthy of this award, and it is my pleasure and honor to present it to him today. Congratulations, Ben.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much, Winter. That was that means a lot coming from you, and wow, I'm surprised. So it was a challenging year, but it was also a positive year in a lot of ways. I know it was difficult for many people, but I think we can all take the lessons learned from this year and apply them as we move forward. And a chamber board is only as good as its members, and the people on these committees are so great, and so much is done behind the scenes that people don't even know about. It's a working board. We all say it's a working board, and I can't thank the people on the committees on which I serve and the chamber board and Harriet and Debbie in the office for just making my job really easy. So it means a ton to receive this award. I'm very humbled and thankful. It means a ton to have my family here. I did not know they were coming tonight. So thank you very much.
I think we can all agree it's good to have good surprises at this year's event, so congratulations to Ben. Next, we move to our 2020 Large Business Member Award. To present is last year's winner, First Southern Bank, represented by Mindy Combs.
Good evening again. I love surprises, and we were able to pull a couple off tonight. So congratulations to Ben, and congratulations to Jim. Moving on to our next award, the 2020 Carterville Chamber of Commerce Large Business of the Year Award. This business has been in Carterville for almost 4 decades. They have a reputation for getting it right for the right price, and for doing all they can for their clients to keep them comfortable and to save them money on power bills. As a couple, Charlie and Linda Hogg opened their business in 1982 in a barn on the back of their property. When they opened their business, they had a brand new baby girl named Crystal and added another bundle of joy, Emily, just a few short years later. Charlie and Linda moved the business to downtown Carterville in 1992 in what was known as Nellie's Salon. They have been happily married for 43 years and business owners for nearly 40 of them, so we definitely have to applaud them for that. They have operated other businesses such as SI Storage and the Crappie Pro Shop, and even had a music store and played in a band together called Straight Country back in the day. As a power couple, they have a unique way of taking care of their family, friends, community, and employees, and are always ready to give back and to help any way they can. They have always supported the community, the schools, the fire, the police department, and have helped many people in need in the community. They are often one of the first ones to send a check, whether it's for the downtown flower pots, a flagpole. They've also helped with storage needs when a family is in need. for storage for the Christmas and Carterville decorations. They are always happy to be a sponsor of many events in Carterville and participate any way they can. Pete Fozzard joined the couple as part owner of Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. He is said to be exactly the same, always doing what he can to help with a friendly smile and a nod. All three of them, along with all their employees, look forward to serving up fresh popcorn for many hours every year during Christmas in Carterville. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating is a perfect example of a long-term business which keeps getting better and better and giving more and more. And it is very evident they are worthy recipients of this year's Carterville Chamber Large Business of the Year. Congratulations to Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.
Wow, this is just about overwhelming. I didn't realize we were getting this. The other day when I got the phone call, it kind of threw me off guard. I've been very, very fortunate to be in business since 1982 and have Linda by my side, and later on in my business life have Pete come along. He's just like one of my kids. Carterville has been so good to me. Back years ago when I first started the business, we had our shop out at our house. I'd built a new shop, and I noticed that Carterville was I was getting so much business in Carterville, and I got to know everyone, and I had some of the developers in Carterville take me in under their wing and bring me in, give me work, and I was just so blessed with work coming from Carterville. From the other areas, we still went to Heron and Marion, but Carterville seemed to be, it just started to be the business where I was at most every day. So one day while getting a haircut at Nellie's barbershop, I learned that Nellie would sell the building, and in the back of it used to be Hayton Theater. And I said, this is great. This would be a really good place to go and open up downtown Carterville and be a little closer and be convenient for my customers to come by. And it's been a blessing for us. We're so lucky. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for this award, and all the people of Carterville, and my wife Linda and Pete. We've always said all along the way, if you take care of your customers and your employees, and they will take care of you. And that's been part of our success, is taking care of our customers and our employees. Both of those are very, very important with a business. If you don't have either one of those, you don't have a business. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Charlie's Heating and Air on their award. And we move on now to the Small Business Member Award, presented this year by last year's award winner, Lee Bodokas Gusta of Lee Bodokas Photography.
Thank you, Jennifer. Good evening. It is my honor to award the Business of the Year small category this evening. The winner of this year's award has been a Carterville business for 10 years, and this business was born from a passion for travel and an incredible attention to detail and planning. The business started by word of mouth. If you knew someone that was interested in a trip, you sent them to Mindy's Miles Travel Agency. Before you knew it, the business took off. Mindy's business is so successful because of the passion she has for making your travel more than just taking a trip. Mindy goes above and beyond to make each travel client's trip exceed their expectations. Life is about making memories, and Mindy genuinely believes that. Mindy is involved with every step of her client's experience. She spends countless hours on the phone and computer making sure all travel plans are perfect. She has even traveled with a client to make sure all the details of their trip and their destination event went off without a hitch. Her loyalty to making sure a client has the best trip possible is her number one concern, whether the client is taking a once-in-a-lifetime vacation or their 20th trip to Mexico. Like many businesses, she too felt the hard times of 2020, but that didn't stop her positive attitude and her desire to help other businesses. Her desire to give back is always at the forefront. She used social media in a way to promote other small businesses and have a little fun during a time that was challenging for everyone. Mindy would have the contest on social media, asking questions and then giving away gift cards to other small businesses that she had purchased herself. When asked, her husband Josh said, Mindy wakes up at 5 a.m. every day to check the day's flight statuses for all her clients traveling that day. If there is a change, she is on the phone first thing in the morning to secure different accommodations for her client. She does all of this before 8 a.m. when she gets our son up for school and off to school and then starts her day job at the bank. Mindy has a true passion for travel and especially the beach, but her passion to help others achieve their travel dreams is equally important to her. It is my honor to award the 2020 Chamber Business of the Year Small Category to Mindy's Miles Travel Agency and my friend Mindy Combs.
Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you to the Carterville Chamber of Commerce. I'm very honored to receive this award. It was not expected. There are a lot of businesses out here, small category, large category, that are very worthy of this award. 2020 was different for a travel agency. It's still different. We spent a lot of our time creating the memories, making the memories, and then having to cancel those memories. When we went through a lot of challenges last year, I had to tell the bride and groom that their wedding wasn't going to happen. I had to tell the bride and groom that their honeymoon wasn't going to happen. Their 50th anniversary for a couple that wouldn't be able to go on that cruise. So we did try our best throughout this and tried to uplift other community, other small businesses by promoting them, the ones that couldn't keep their doors open, that had to shut down. So we started the gift card program, and it kind of launched off. I saw a lot of other businesses doing that, which was amazing. So thank you. We greatly appreciate this award. We've got a huge support system with family, friends. Couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you.
Congratulations, Mindy. And that brings us to the end of our awards. I'd like to welcome the 2021 Chamber President, Mindy Combs, for our closing remarks.
Me again. Thank you for attending the Carterville Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards presentation. Congratulations to all our award winners tonight. Special thank you to the Brown family of Crab Orchard Golf Club for hosting the award ceremony, and to Bill Swinford and his team at Swinford Publications for their annual award video production. Thank you to all the businesses that donated items for our online auction, which is going to run throughout this week. Thank you to our sponsors, our Pot of Gold sponsors, Banterra Bank, Campanella Law Firm, First Southern Bank, and SIH Work Care. Our four-leaf clover sponsors, Legence Bank, Century 21 House of Realty, Swinford Publications, and Infinity Realty. And our horseshoe sponsors, Cape Air, Veterans Airport, Jake Rendelman, First Mid, Riggin Palach Burke Funeral Home, Mindy's Miles Travel Agency, and Farmers Bank. Special thank you to our Mistress of Ceremonies, Jennifer Floth, to our annual awards committee, and our wonderful chamber team of Harriet Mize and Debbie Adams, and to all of our chamber board members. Thank you to Ben for your service to our chamber, and bonus points for serving in a year unlike any other year. I look forward to serving as your president this year, and as always, the chamber is here to help you. We love our local businesses, and we love our community. We wish you a year of good luck, and may many blessings be bestowed upon you. Have a great evening.
Thank you for watching the Carterville Chamber of Commerce Virtual Annual Awards Ceremony. This presentation is made possible by Pot of Gold sponsors, Banterra Bank, First Southern Bank, SIH Work Care, and Campanella Law Firm. Additional assistance provided by four-leaf clover sponsors, Century 21 House of Realty, Swinford Publications, Infinity Realty, and Legence Bank. Further support given by Horseshoe sponsors Mindy's Miles Travel Agency, Jake Rindelman, Veterans Airport of Southern Illinois, First Mid Bank and Trust, Brigham Palash Burke Funeral Home, Farmers State Bank, and Cape Air. Visit our online auction. You can find a link on our Carterville Chamber of Commerce Facebook page. There you will find many great items and experiences donated by local businesses. The silent auction runs March 15th through the 21st, and if you have any questions, give the Chamber office a phone call at 618-985-6942. Happy bidding and good luck.